Good morning. Everything's so wonderful. Life isn't full of synchronicity. It is. It's made up of it. It's. Pardon me. I do. I let out all body functions, and body functions are water. I know why I have to drink water now. Ascension. Alright, I've got to let go of doubt. I've got to let go of a lot of shit still, because my body hurts. There's a reason my body hurts. There's a reason why I've started eating certain things. Balsamic vinegar. I used to hate balsamic vinegar. Now I can't get enough of it. And I'm so glad that I've got the friends that I have now. I mean, you know, they always say that you become isolated before things happen, and like I always say, I've had different lifetimes. And in a way, like, I've only had one, but I have had many. You know, so many different things, so many stuff, had so many starts. And they've all started different ways. Some have flowed into others. Some have just, I've stopped. Something's died. And then there's been a 12 month break before the next bit, you know? Or they've flown into each other. Some have had mental breakdowns, some have, you know, it's just... And it's like, you know, I could sit here and go, I'm 38 years old, why didn't I get this 10 years ago? Why didn't I get this? It's because I wasn't meant to. Anyway, like, the vortex, you know? There's one coming out of our head, there's one coming out of our heart. And it's like a spiral. Have I got it? Like, yeah. Oh, you can see it a little bit better. There, yeah. So, we started at the top of, and we're coming, the more we know, the more we find out, the more we're coming down or going up the vortex. Like, it's, you know, we started there, the more we know, because that is how it looks. And then it's like that coming out of the heart, right? So it is, it starts like that. And then the more we know, the more, and as I was saying to Glenn the other day, the further you go into the vortex, the quicker it goes, until you just go zoom. Anyway, and it is, you know, I don't know whether I've just jumped into the vortex. We've been in it before. Are we always in it? Because things come together. You know, there was the Friday night of the full moon. I wanted someone to come with me and play with nature. I asked, come on, you know. The people that I wanted didn't come. So 2 days later they chucked Glenn in, and, you know, who's they? Who's the puppeteers? Like I said, Rockefeller isn't the top. There's somebody puppeteering him. Okay, so, things just happen in sequence, okay? Okay, yeah, alright, the Lee thing. I woke up yesterday going, right, I've got to find people that want the same thing that I want. Now, I had this twinge in my head, Lee Henderson. We did something with him years ago that sort of resonated a little bit like this. I think it was all in my head. It's not, because he did say something about music and children. And I'm sorry, I do speak in puzzles. I don't mean to, it's just stuff that comes out of my head and I just roll with it. It makes sense to me. And I'm trying to make it make sense to everyone else too. So anyway, I messaged this Lee guy. He ends up ringing me last night. He turns up. He doesn't know who I am. Now, I have never had that happen. What happened last night has never, ever happened to me before. People know who I am. People will look at me and go, God, your face is familiar. Where do I know you from? You know, or, God, you look like my sister's daughter. Or, God, you look like my mum's auntie. Like, if they don't know who I am, I look like someone they know. Like, I have a very familiar face. I have always had people come up to me on the street going, are you such and such? Or do you know such and such? Nah. Yesterday, he didn't know who I was. I had to convince him he knew who I was. It was the strangest feeling. It was really cool though, because it was like, I felt the glitches. I felt like I was in one. Mast. What the fuck is grape mast? I have to ask you, Penny, you know a little bit. I mean, you don't, but I want to know whether you know if it's a real word, because to me it's a fucking glitch. But it might not be. I don't know. Anyway, this guy, he'd only rang me back because he knew this other Shannon that he hadn't caught up with for a long time, so he thought that I was her. Okay. Turns up and he's looking at me like, who are you? Where'd you come from? I mean, I don't know whether he thought that or not, but you should have seen the look on this guy's face. And I'm saying to him, but can you remember, you know, this? And can you remember this? And we did this, and, you know? And he's going, yeah, I did that. But he's looking at me like, where were you? Like, I don't remember you being there. And I'm going, well, the guy with the long hair. And he's going, yeah, this guy. And I said, yes. I said, I know, I was there with him. I said, I remember going to his house and making clay roses and shit. He's going, yeah. And he's talking to me like he knew who I was. But you could see it ticking over his brain. The man left here so fucking confused. It was hilarious. I felt sorry for him, but it was meant to happen. Like, just little synchronicities or whatever have come together, and I don't know if I'll see that guy again. I reckon I might. He was really fun. It was so weird. Or maybe I'm going to find some kids for him to make some boxes, because that's what he was sort of after. I said, I'm not what you want, but yeah, something. So anyway, I'm at work yesterday and start singing Josie Stone. Get this thing in my head that they tried to get her to marry Tom Cruise before they got Katie Holmes to do it. She wouldn't do it. She's got some controversial songs, that chick, Josie Stone. And I got this thing that I don't know if I've heard from her since, which I keep thinking I've got to look up. Hello? There's a lot of things that I think and then go, yeah, I've got to look that up, and don't. Like I've always done. I've always had half-assed efforts. That's why I've failed at everything, because everything's been a half-assed effort. And I know I know there's reason to worry at the moment about me because I am in that place where I can just lift the roof off and go, wow. But I think I've had enough experience of doing that in my way. Like, you've done it your way, and I want to know all about it. My way was only half-assed. I've never done full anything, I don't think. I don't know if I have. But it's all half-assed. But I think I'm ready to put all those half-assed together and just go full fucking bang. And I think I'm smart enough now to know better, or to see the signs of losing it. But that, like, hello, see the signs of losing it. Have you read my have you listened to my videos? Am I ever lost it yet? And, like, it's really funny because, you know, any of my family or sleep people watched any of my movies. Yeah, they would want to put me in a mental... My ex, if he watched any of this shit, he would want to... I don't know, I'd really like him to listen to him, though. Just so he could eventually, like, you know... Yeah, you're a fucking man. Or... Wow. You know, it's annoying, because I know I wouldn't. Anyway, next. I did that the other day. So back to this Josie Stone. All this Ascension stuff, okay? I can get it because I get it. It's all around me. This shit that's been going on, yes, there's something going on with this Ascension shit because I can feel it. I'm a feeler. Though I couldn't feel the heat in the mountain, and Glenn and Charlie could. Should have done this. Yeah, anyway. I don't care, you're all gonna have to listen to it. Apparently I'm really graceful. 2 people have said that in the last 2 days now. But I tell ya, I fart and burp and do these worse, horrible, worse than any man. No, very graceful. Fucking stink too. Anyway. It's the first thing in the morning, and all I had to do was get this out before I did anything else because Josie Stone led to something. I thought, you know, what's happened to it? I'm going to look that up. I have to look that up. Anyway, Scientology. Okay, this Ascension stuff. I get it all. To the point they start talking about aliens. And yeah, I agree. I still don't think they're real aliens or shape-shifting. I'm not saying that I don't agree. I'm saying my head can't wrap it. It ain't wrapping it. It's just, to me at the moment, it's unwrappable. Aliens? Really? Okay. I agree, like, we need to be flipping everything over. The opposite. Aliens out there, aliens in here. As I said, the more we go, the more alien we feel. It's all about, you know, shedding the layers of reality to make our own. It's all togetherness. It's all... And the way we do it, yes, we have to do it on our own. We have to do it for ourselves, okay? We have to do it for ourselves. Doesn't mean we have to do it alone. Because we are all one, so the more we're ascending, the more we're magneting towards other people that are at the same place, and the power of 3, and I'm going to get to that, Penny and Melissa. Anyway, okay, so, Scientology. thought to myself, when was the first time I thought of had heard about aliens? Okay, yeah, E.T., all that sort of stuff. But like, I can remember when. Now I don't know. I don't know if I'd heard about Scientology before this or not. But I keep mentioning how I was at the Barnsdale Mystic Market with Anne-Marie, and I tell you, I almost didn't get there a few times. And they wanted to take me in their car, and I refused because I wanted to go in my car. And I had a little Mazda 808 station wagon. Oh, it was a fucking bomb. Yeah, it was pissing down rain. My windscreen wiper fell off, so we had to stop and put the other one on so it would be there. Then my fan belt broke, and look, it took a while to get there. But I got there, and a pixie drew a picture of my guardian, who isn't here with me. But I said all this stuff that was just... I won a picture. These pictures are still in my house. This was like 15 years ago. I just can't. Like, these angels, I can't get rid of them. Anyway, I got really drunk at the caravan park, and I'm screaming out, "Science is the new religion!" Then I had this thing the other night going, right, if I don't believe in religion, why do I believe in science? And it's not that I don't believe in religion, because they all speak the same story. They're all telling the same story using different words. So science, is it, again, telling the same story but using different words? Okay, so Scientology. I thought, right, that's the first time I've ever heard of aliens, with Scientology. So what story have they got to tell me about aliens? So I look up Scientology and aliens, and their story, their words, are way fucking different. But their story is the same. It's not the same. Their story is basically some alien was in charge of this galaxy of planets or something, and there was anarchy on these planets, and so he was told to depopulation it, get rid of some people. And so he tax or something. Yeah, come and this is tax thing, and come in here. When they came in, he injected them with. It said, what was it? It was something human from here, but it was, I don't know. Anyway, injected them, then put them all on these planes that looked like our planes, and brought them to. This was like a billion years ago, 17 million years ago. I don't know, anyway. Put them on a plane, and there was like 1.4 billion of these people, frozen people. He froze them with this injection stuff. Sorry, I'm talking in circles. Anyway, so he injected them in this stuff, froze them, put them all on these planes, brought them to Earth, chucked them all. He must have they must have hovered over Earth, threw them all down in and around volcanoes, and then threw down all these bombs into the volcanoes and blew them all up. That was his way of getting rid of them. And then left. Oh no, and then they did something to our atmosphere. Or was that before or after? I don't know. They killed them anyway. And then the souls of the dead stayed here because they put these things in the atmosphere to make an atmosphere so these souls couldn't come out. And, see, as I'm talking, I get all these thoughts, and that's what stops me from saying the next bit, because that makes sense. Anyway, so, the souls have been captured into the atmosphere of Earth. They don't know what the fuck's going on. They all, and there's trillions of them. do they get more? Because apparently we've got a lot of them in us, right? So the souls of these dead people, or 14 trillion of them, okay? See, the story makes sense, but it doesn't, because we come from aliens if the story makes sense. Okay, so the next bit is, they spend a couple of million years floating around Earth, wondering what the fuck's going on because they can't get out, and people come along, and they must have gone, okay, these people look pretty cool. They might be able to either help, or they might be fun, there might be something different, let's try it out. So they came into us. Now that, there's still a lot of questions every time I speak. I create more whys. So anyway, it was like, okay, in my head, and this ain't right, in my head, it's like they are trying to get home, those souls. They have been stuck here by the evil G-Man. Can't remember what his name is, but it starts with G, I'm sure. They want to go home. So they look to us to ascend, to go home. And there are people, or aliens, this guy's lackeys, that know that these souls can eventually... Oh, that's right. These souls were given movies to watch. When they first... Look it up, guys, okay? If you can see it from this level, you need to just have a read and not look at the words, but see the story behind it, if that makes sense, because it's all part of it. I don't know how, I don't know why, but these souls were, there were movie theatres. This G-Man created movie theatres. So when these souls came out of the bodies, they all went into these movie theatres and were shown propaganda movies. This shit was, I'm reading this going, these souls went into movie theatres. They all, I keep looking at the time going, shut the fuck up. It's 22 minutes already. Yeah, they went into these movie theatres. They were given, you know, God, religion. They were shoved religion propaganda. So much propaganda. You're going to have to look it up. So they were given so much propaganda, and then they came out with, they gave them a new reality. So this G-Man wanted them to think of this reality, so they couldn't ascend to what is reality. Okay, that makes sense, because we have been given a new reality that is so far flung away from the one that we're supposed to be living in. See, some of it makes sense, but then that means we come from aliens. I know, the alien's in here. But once I go here, who's giving me these things? Who's my puppeteer? And does it really matter? Oh no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, alright, now. So that was me Scientology thing that I want to read more into that, because I want to know, shedding layers. Okay, so there's a lot of these, that makes sense too. A lot of these souls in us at once. Okay, there's not just one soul per person. There's like hundreds of them, or, you know, and we've got how many different personalities in us that we have to bring together to become one. That makes sense. Because how many people, like, and multiple personality disorder, when the rabbit howls, baby. Have you read that? Because that's a great story. And who was Tony in the sitcom, and she had multiple personality disorder? She was a fucking hoot. Tony Collette. Can't remember. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Us, have we just evolved enough to not segregate each soul? Multiple personality disorder? Are they so segregated that they actually can call each other by name? Because I read that book thinking, man, I've got that. But my personalities don't have a name. But I talk to them like they do. I can't even name my Jeep. I want to name my Jeep. Give me a name for my Jeep. It's not Beep Beep. So, okay. The Scientology thing makes sense. No, I'm not a Scientologist. I remember me ex saying, oh, if you read the Bible, you'd become a fucking, you know, religious freak. To me, that's hilarious. How many different religions have I read about, have I touched on? I can remember going into this church, this lady, oh my God, see, things have been, yeah, like, just jumping in my face all life. I was at, Brody was, we were in Curnow Street, so it was before he was in kinder, and we were at the park one day. Some lady just walked up to me and started talking to me. Not a clue who she was, didn't know. I know now that she looked at me thinking I needed to be saved. And I did. I've always have. But everyone's always got to a point. And I don't do the rest because I don't understand the rest. It's not, the rest isn't me. Like, everyone's got their own path. Show me yours. It'll help me on mine. It will. I'll show you mine. I reckon it might help you on yours. It's all about togetherness and sharing and, you know, helping each other with all this shit. Someone please help me. It's all the same story but different words. So it's like, I might not understand it from, you know, your words, but you give me this different words on the same subject. I'm going to get it, you know? So anyway, after I did the whole Scientology thing, I've done the 12 DNA strand thing. Like I've looked into that. That shit's true. We need to be opening our pineal gland. We need to be opening that gland up there. That I can spell it, but the words pineal. We're gonna open that shit up. Oh look, my 4:30 alarm just went off. We're gonna open up that gland. Get the triangle open. There's a triangle there. I think it's there. Yeah, there's there. And it goes up to there. Okay? So we've got to concentrate on that. Because there's something in there. And then it's like, if we can open that and that, which I think that's where your gland is, somewhere in there, then we create a rainbow. And the cone, it's all in my head. It's all in there, waiting to come out. But it's the junk. Oh, man, see, I've always been messy. I've always had junk and shit. I am like OCD in a house that's OCD-less. I remember, when was this? Brody was in grade, see, I go by Brody being in, or age, or, you know, he's 20 now, okay? So, and I did stuff before him, but I think he was my first awakening. My kids are such beings that every time I have one, and I want more, not for this reason, but, and I've only had 2, 10 years apart. Energy is power. these kids couldn't have come together any closer than 10 years. And each one has given me a shift up. Charlie gave me celiac. I reckon that was my body's way of saying, come on, dude, we want to, you know. And gradually since then, like balsamic vinegar, hated it. Now I love it. It's all about being restorative and curative. Apple cider vinegar. I could drink that shit. I mean, yeah, it does make me go a little bit like that. But it's like port. Just get it out of your mind that it takes shit and, you know. Anyway. 12 strands of DNA. I go to bed early. I go to bed really early. I like to go to bed early. I don't know why I go to bed early. There's a reason. And it's really funny because I see memes and shit like that going, oh, the smartest people stay awake until, 2 o'clock in the morning's the poetry's hour. I'm always asleep then, dude. But, okay, like, I get up fucking early though. There's gotta be a reason for that. I'm opposite to everyone. It's crazy. But I'm not. There's crazy people exactly like me out there. Somewhere. But, like, in what, the last month has it been? There's been Mel and Cleo, then Penny and Heather and Mo. Like Goddess's power is coming back. Now there was something about male power that's, they're the bad ones, the male bad, and like, Aboriginal story, I think one of the first was the women had the power. The women held okay, it was like, because they, in literal terms, in 3D terms, in human terms, the secrets, the secrets had the power. And the women held it. The women had it. The men probably knew it, but like in Aboriginal time, see, even that was separate. I'm going to have to look up my Aboriginal stuff again too. Oh, my lecturer, I used to theorise on everything, and he'd be like, that's really good, Shannon, but take that out of it and actually answer that, then I'll give you a HD. And it always did. But I just wanted him to think more than, and I didn't know that back then. I didn't know that's what I was doing. But thinking about it now, that man, he was amazing. He truly was. I can't remember his fucking name. But he was awesome, and I wanted him to think. I wanted him to think more than just what he'd been taught. I don't know whether he ever did. He was an awesome man. Anyway. The women had the power. And the men would go off and hunt. Then they got curious, paranoid. Something was in their brain that went, I want to know what that is in that little pouch. I want to fucking know. So they devised a plan that when the women went away to do whatever they were doing, the men went into the hut and took the pouch of knowledge, or whatever the fuck it is, and took the power back. Where'd that? I don't want to take the power back. I want to fucking share it with them if they just knew how to use it properly. And the women didn't fight them. When they came back and found that the men had taken it, they just went, okay guys, you take the power. There you go, you can have it. It's not that we don't want it anymore, but we'll just let you have it. And because we just let them have it, they were like, ha ha ha, you're not even going to try and take it back, you weakling. Look how weak you are. You're not even going to fight for it. We ain't fighters, baby. We're lovers. You want to fight? Go fucking fight amongst yourself. And so they did. So I heard somewhere in the universe that we have to take our power back. And I want to take it back. I want to share it. Can we just can we just show them how to use it properly? Be guiding lights. What did you say last night? Lead by example. It was the second or third time I'd heard that in the last 2 days. Lead by example. So don't take back. Don't take. Don't take. Give. Give yourself to others so they might, you know, feel good, be good, know good. Don't hold yourself back because of unsureness, of fear of failure, fear of not being good enough, fear of not having the right words. You know, there's so much fear. I don't want to be fearful anymore. I just want to lift the roof off. But I'm pretty sure I know now. Have you listened to my words? I've almost got them right. And if I've got my words right, and if I've got the meaning behind them right, I don't think I'm going to lose it this time. And I think there's enough people in the world that I've met that know the same thing. Then I can't see myself losing it this time. The only way, alright, the only way I'm going to lose it is if I listen to others. If I listen to people saying, you're going crazy, what the fuck is this about? Then I'll lose it. If I listen to others. If I stop listening to myself, then I will lose it. Because the only sane times in my life has been when I listen to myself. And not my ego self, my soul self. But where does my soul self come from? Who is giving me this information? You know, as Mel said last night, it's like whatever's there, you listen to it and follow, you have a great life. Good things happen. You don't listen to it and you don't follow, you fuck up. Whose voice is it? Who's giving this stuff to us? So we're not in charge. Okay, this fucked me up. She almost made me cry because it was like, dude, you are so fucking right. This isn't us. We're not the ones living this life. If somebody's up there telling us what to do to make it better, we're following them. We're following a voice in my head. I'm following a voice in my head at the moment and it is leading me to some crazy fucking shit. Don't you tell me, like, you know, I will tell you. Who is leading me? Who am I following? I don't like following anyone. I've never been a follower. I've never been a leader. What did Glenn say? Oh, I don't want to walk in front of you. I don't want to walk behind you. I want to walk beside you. Let's walk together. I don't want to follow. And I think that's also why I'm here, why I'm here at 38. Because I haven't wanted to follow. I've heard your voice for many fucking years. The fear of failure. Did it come from my family? Or did it come from that day where I was standing on that stool thinking I could jump off and fly? And I couldn't. I failed myself. I don't want to fail myself again. But I don't want to follow anything either. And am I following it or is it just guiding me? Guiding me to where? And as I said, maybe we've got to stop being up here and start doing the fucking groundwork. But up here is helping me get to the groundwork. Lee. Oh, I keep forgetting I have a job trial today at Nutrition empire. Half of me is going, you don't need to go, dude. And the other half is going, but it might be an adventure. I don't know. Because I like the people I'm working with now. There's some weird energy going on there. Weird energy going on in that place. But synchronicity has happened a lot in that place. A lot in that place. Do I want to leave? But talking about good energy and bad energy, or not good energy and bad energy, vibrational energy. You know, you be around people and they lift you right up and the vibrations are awesome. Or they make you feel, you know, I feel both in that place. And I think some of it's me, because I know that certain thoughts make me feel certain ways. So, and it's really good. I love it because, well, you know, I will come home feeling, I can't be fucked. I just want to go watch a movie. Oh my god. Blah, 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 blah. And then I'll start chatting with Mel or reading me notifications on Facebook and, you know, read all the love. And I tell you what, I come home like this and, you know, 3 hours will go past and I'll be like, oh my god, I've got to go to bed and I wanted to watch a movie. All because of the energy sharing. 8th prophecy, Celestine prophecy. Okay, I've read the books. Yeah, cool. I watched the movie the other day, and I'm sure it was the 8th prophecy where the guy goes off by himself and goes to some place, and there's that little girl, and they sit down and start sharing energy, and that's how he gets to the 9th. Is it the 9th? Okay. I don't remember shit. Oh my god, my memory. Time. Was it time, space, and something else are all relative? Everything's relative at the moment. And time is relative because I tell you, it's been playing fucking games with me lately. Full fucking pelt games. Really funny. I'm kind of like, I'm getting rid of the fear and finding the fun in it. Everything is really fun if you put a positive spin on it. They got to stop changing the words on me though, because I'm trying to find meaning in the words that are already here, and and they keep changing the words. I think the glitch thing, I might be going crazy, but in saying that, if I think I'm going fucking crazy, it means it's fucking real. Okay? Next. Anyway. I don't know what I was just talking about. But because of Mel and her animal DNA theory, do animals have junk DNA? Yes, apparently they do. Our junk DNA they're leftovers. No, they're not leftovers. We used to have, back a long time ago, 12 strands of DNA. And they were like a little circle and they spun like a vortex. Okay, this is our 12. We only have 2. Well, all that junk DNA are the pieces to make the rest of them to spin. So Mel wanted to know, and I can't even remember, you asked me about the animal and the human DNA. Why did you ask? I can't remember now, but obviously it wasn't meant to, we don't care, because it just got you on that thing, you know, your next rabbit hole, which helped me with my next rabbit hole. See, we're all helping each other with our rabbit holes, but we've got to remember to skip lovely and peacefully down the rabbit holes, not stomp down them going, I freaking know everything, let's jump down this rabbit hole and have, you know, whatever. We've got to skip gracefully down the rabbit hole, not really, no, like, don't, have a look, yep, Oh, that's interesting. That'll take me on to the next one. To the next one. Keep going to the next one. Because you lose momentum, you stop. Keep the momentum going, the vortex will get quicker. And then you go zoom. Okay, whatever. Anyway. Animals do have junk DNA. And the only reason I know that is because I got onto this site that said something about, after some experiment, that mice could still run after 30% of their junk DNA being taken out. They're taking junk DNA out. Now, I know Gattaca's got nothing to do with this, but to create these people, these elite, to create the elite, they fucked up with the DNA structure. They fucked around with. They took, or I can't remember, but in my mind's eye, they took out what they considered diseased DNA. You know, like the kid with the back, you know, and fucking, yeah, they played around with it. And I reckon it was the junk DNA they played around with. And if we start playing around with our junk DNA, fuck, dude, you take your junk DNA out, you've just gotten rid of all your 12 strands. How are you going to ascend with only 2 strands? Or if they start fucking around with your DNA. I used to think it was a good idea that, yeah, okay, next kid I'm going to have, I'm going to choose to have a girl because I want a girl. And when you choose to have a girl, you may as well choose a few other things too. Can't believe I thought that. But I had to have that bad thought to have the good thought that if I stuff around with their DNA. Now, okay, it was in the movie Gattaca, but sure they've fucking started. 47 minutes. It's been 47 fucking minutes. I'm going to go now. The Lee thing, though, I put it out there. Wrong person, but I still put it out there for the community. I told him about the society changing. He said he's happy with the one he's got. Cool, dude. But I'm putting it out there to the universe. It's going to change. Society. It's going to change. Cleo, it's coming. You're going to be wearing bare feet soon, baby. We all are. Only by choice. We don't have to all the time. I got these free pants, right? Tried to put them on twice. The universe kept saying, you're not today, dude. Soon, though. They're work pants. They fit me like a fucking glove. And they came from the Chinese. They threw them in the bin. Someone else pulled them out of the bin. Said, hey, you want these? Yeah, why not? Took them home. Fit like a fucking glove. Thank you, Chinese. Chinese has something to do with this too, because America owe them a lot of fucking money, and America don't want to pay back all this money, and China's about to crack the shits about it. Another terrorist attack in New York City yesterday. Apparently they say it's not terrorism. I know it's not terrorism, but a terrorist attack happened. But looking into it, it's not terrorism. Then why did you say it's a fucking terrorist attack? I ain't go now. Go and decide whether I'm going to go to this trial or not today, because my head does feel really... Oh, no, I'm sorry, I can't go until I tell you, Melissa, and give you, and even Penny if you want to, I did this 12-strand activation meditation thing going to sleep last night. Now, I went to sleep about 8:30, was it? Between 8:30 and 9, because I remember looking at the phone, typing, going, I'm going to go watch a movie now, and then looked at the time, I was like, no, I'm not, it's 8:30. And then I'm laying in bed thinking, what's the next step? Where's the next vortex? What's going on? Why, what? Why? I thought, right, this 12-strand thing, I've been wanting to do this meditation for a while now, and it was like 9 hours or something, but it kept jumping out at me. So I went and got the phone, the headphones and all that sort of stuff. Jumped into bed with this 12-strand thing. I'm going to find it and put it on here on my YouTube for anyone else. I tell you, the first minute I could feel my whole body change. I felt, I don't know how I felt, but the water in my ears is different. The ringing's there, it's back again. It went for a couple of days, but it's back again. The more I talk about this ascension stuff, the more my ringing in the ears. But this meditation thing last night, I don't go to sleep. I can't sleep on meditations. Well, I don't remember Charlie getting in bed. Now he sleeps with me because it's been winter and we can't afford extra blankets, so he just jumps into bed with me. I know that's really bad, but me and Charlie are one. We're very much together, this kid and I. Anyway, the shit that was jumping out of my head, I went to message Mel a few times and went, no, I'll just tell her tomorrow. It'll all come out in my video. Well, fuck. I don't know. The first thing I wanted to message her was like, I don't remember what it was, but it jumped in my head as I was coming over here this morning. So I wonder if I have mentioned it today. There'll be 51 minutes of me not having a fucking clue. Like, I'll get there tonight with one of them girls going, did I say this? Did I tell you that? Did that happen? Time and space is relative, and I don't seem to be a part of it much anymore. I mean, I am, and that's the whole part of it, is finding the ebb and flow middle of it, because it ain't a fixed point. But then there's the figure 8. Fuck, I've got to start writing again. But writing's the start of it, and then the talking, and then the thought. So everyone start writing your thoughts and then put them into words, and then the rest of it will just follow, okay? 52 minutes. I hope you can get through it, because I haven't been able to get through the last couple of videos. Maybe I'll watch them today. It's 5 o'clock. I've got time. Drink lots of water. It's helping your body ascend. That's the why. Yeah, okay, the shower told me to drink more water, put different intent into it, because the fluoride hasn't stopped you from thinking these thoughts now. You didn't even need mushrooms for this shit. What did I just say? I'm going. Bye, because I don't remember what the rest of that thought was. Oh, yeah, no, water. If water hasn't stopped you from doing, like, the shit that's in the water, because I've always had, yeah, okay, I'll drink water, but it's got all this shit in it. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Go to Dalesford and get the water from there, but go to the source because the pipes are rusty. Let's do that. Whoever's out there that wants to do that. Anyway, fucking water. Water's going to help me ascend. All right. People can give you words and you'll go, yeah, those words are great. I understand those words. No worries. I understand them in my brain. But until your soul knows why, they are only words in your brain. So the shower the other day gave me words in my brain that made more sense than they ever have. Yes, okay, change the intent of the water and it will benefit me. Go another step further while I'm doing my meditation thing last night. We're made up of how much water? I'm telling Glenn the other day, we don't need food to nourish us. Sunlight will do that. Sunlight will feed us. Okay? Why do you think they've been putting sunscreen on our bodies for how fucking long? Well, that was just a new thought. But I've always said sun doesn't give us cancer. Fucking sunscreen gives us cancer. That's why I refuse to go outside with sunscreen. We don't wear, people think we're crazy. Don't wear sunscreen. Had another thought. It's a layer to stop us feeding from the light. We feed from there, okay? Water. How many times have you heard that a person can go days, weeks on end without food, but cannot live without water? Because we are water. We're fluid. When you start seeing things in a fluid state and feeling in a fluid state, and the world starts being a fluid state, this is where you're going. You're on the right track. Yeah. My sight, my ears, time. So my eyes, my ears and time are all working in the same fluid motion at the moment. My brain's not quite keeping up, but it's getting there. I'll see you tomorrow, guys.